today I thought I would do a live session, and I'm going to be drawing snails and some a slug, just one, and I am going to be making magnets out of these. So I am in Procreate. Let's get started, but I don't have a hand glove, so let me glove my hand. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, that's not a glove. I thought I had one right here, but I guess I didn't. All right, I got my glove. So time to get started. In case you are new, my name is Kat Haverlack. I'm owner of Broccokat Graphics here in Swim, Washington, and I do illustrations and graphic design. Here, let's take a quick peek at some stuff I've actually been working on. Here is the crow that I've been working on, and for the fall, then I have some sketches of these cute little guys. They're so adorable. Love them. They are, oh my gosh, how do I always forget the name of these guys? But they're in the Olympic National Forest, up at the top on Hurricane Ridge. You can find them. They're like like a gopher prairie dog marmot. That's what it is. It's a marmot. So yeah, I'll do another live as I'm drawing those. And then, but what I really want to work on is the snails. So I took a couple of photos the other day. It was raining and the snails came out to play. So I took some photos and I thought it would be cool to draw a few of these as my new magnets. So I have my own reference. I don't have to worry about anybody getting mad at me for using their photos. Alright, so right now I'm going to start sketching. So I'll use my sketching pencil. Actually, let me check the settings on that. Okay, cool. And I'm going to make a new layer on top. And then I'm going to lighten this layer. And kind of get the idea of what I want to capture from this photo. Like, I definitely want to focus on that awesome shell. I think it's really pretty. So I could say it's pretty dope. And then the head. Coming out of its house. It's going to be, there's a little itty bitty eyeball here. Whoop. Just going to. Sometimes I feel like when I use Procreate I'm cheating, but it's just a tool. Actually make that a little smaller. There we go. Erase that little bit. There. Sometimes I'll lighten it and then I'll darken. I can't see what that is because it came out fuzzy. Welcome, person who has just come in. Wonder how I can see, like, comments. How do I see that? Live chat. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Someone says something, then I'll see it. Clearly I'm new to live. Alright, so then I'm going to draw the little tail. So my magnets are pretty simple. I like to keep them simple. I have some examples of one that I've done in the past. This one was a little more illustrated. Then I got, do I have any more? I have some slugs that I've done. And let's see, I know I have another one. Ah, here we go. Here's another one that I've done. A lot of people put it like this, but that would be an awkward angle for the neck of a snail. So, guys, it's like that. And then I have a whole bunch, oops, sorry, geez. I have a whole bunch of mushrooms. So these are my mushroom magnets. Here's another one. And that's the same. Let's see. I have, here we go. One of my favorites. So fun. And then the last one I have is my blue one, my blue and purple. So basically that's what I'm aiming for in this drawing. I want to make another design for my magnets, because what I'm thinking about doing is that I'm going to take the old, like the old ones that I just showed you, and I'm going to make those as part of a painting kit. So basically I'll have all the magnets and they'll be blank. Let me show you what the blank ones look like. These are all my blank ones. And what I'm going to do is, now that I've messed up my screen, is that I'm going to send them like this. And then you get to paint them, because I'm not going to be making them anymore painted. I'll be doing that towards the end of the month, I think. Yeah, and then I'll send, I'm still not sure what I'm going to send in the painting kit. I'm still trying to think of ways to send the paint, and that's becoming kind of a struggle. However, I want to send the glue, and I think what I want to do is also send like a little bit of sealant in like a travel tube. So I'll have that. And then obviously I'll have the magnet and some glue. So you guys can paint all these little pieces. It'll be 4 to a set, and it'll be a fun little quick project while you're sipping or watching TV, just having fun. I think it'll be a fun little set. Let me know if there's anything else you think people might like to paint, and I'll do those too. Right now all I have are snails, and I also have what do you call them? Snails, slugs, and mushrooms. That's what I have so far. Okay. So right now I'm just in the sketching phase, kind of figuring out where I want to put things. Kind of want to make this more realistic. It has those little bud things coming out. There we go. Then I'll add the little skirt. On the bottom here, and I'll add it there. So again, it's a sketch. So, all right, let's take off that photo layer. That looks cute. I like it. I think it'll be a fun snail. It's kind of a combination between like these two guys, but chunkier and cuter. All right, so there's one. just kind of put that one to the side. I'll rename that Snail 1. And I'll go and do another snail. Let's see. Yeah, I love when it rains because that means that all the slugs come out to play. Let's see, there's this one. I don't know if I want to do this one. I kind of have my eye on this other one I took a photo of. This little guy, because I don't know, you can see his whole face. So I think I'll do that one. Lower the opacity, and let's actually take the one I already drew out. All right. Let's get some basic shapes here. I may add to it too. Because it's fun to not just take a photo, you know, like it's not about like tracing, but like tracing is nice. It's just basically to give me an idea of where I'm going to put things. And then I will take my creative liberties and add to it. So here are these little I don't actually know what these are called. Taste buds? I don't know. Do you guys know? Let me know in the comments. All right. So there we go. Let's see a second here. Okay. And then maybe we'll add some like texture for the skin, the body. I don't know. Whatever this is called on a snail. I really, as much as I love snails, you would think I would know the parts. But here we are. I'll have to learn more about them. Alright, now I'll add a little line here. There's no tail, but I think it needs a tail. Kind of like it's turning. There we go. And then here, we would have the curvature of the top of the shell. I'm just gonna add like a little bump here so it looks like there's actual, it's not flat. Okay. So yeah, these guys are pretty fast to draw, at least to sketch out. I curve my lines to give it so it's not flat, to know that there is actually a shell and not just like a little box on top. Put a little lip on there. All right, I think that's good for the second snail. Now, let's see. What other one will I do? What will be next? Oh, I have these guys. Let's see. These are kind of, they were a little weird. Like their head positions were a little weird. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that one. I could always, I don't know. I might have an idea. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna change it a little bit. So let's hide these two, make a new layer, and here we go. I definitely want to get the shell. Yeah. I love the shells of snails. They're just so cool. You got the Fibonacci shape. If you don't know what Fibonacci is, look it up. It's really cool explanation. I'm really bad at explaining it, so I'm not even going to attempt it. Okay. It's hard to see, sorry. I didn't lower the opacity enough for you to see the pencil drawing. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is so if you see his head, like it looks like it's kind of licking here. I don't know what's going on here, but it's weird. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna do a different head. It'll look like it's turning. So I'm gonna have it turning, but I think I want to put like one of these guys here. Like that, and then, okay, let me turn this off. It's distracting me. And then maybe these guys here, kind of like that, and then maybe move this over here, move that there, and then let's take all that out. And then this one can be like, I don't know, doing that or something. No, I don't like that there. Oh my god, it's like I can't draw. I basically want to do this head, but here, maybe I'll put that there. So hold on, that doesn't even go there then. Put these two there. That's my references. Oops, I want to draw, not move. I don't know what I want to do. Okay. I feel like I had it, maybe I had it before and I just didn't. Let's go back a sec. I think I may have had it here, but then I kind of didn't trust the process. I don't know if you guys go through that, but I am really bad at trusting the process. I think the problem is that I don't have a reference, so I'm not really sure where things are gonna go. Maybe I need to move this, like, maybe I need to flip it like that. Ah, I think there was the, there was the problem. Then we'll have that like that. little mouth. Okay, I think I got it. Whew. Now I just gotta fix the shell back. Woo. Like that. And that is what happens when you don't have a reference. Ugh. Okay, and I think I'll make a little tail come out. Like that. Aw, look at you. And then those little indents in the snail, I'll put those in too. Alright, and this probably is a little shorter. A little crazy there. Alright. Gotta make sure he can see where he's going. Okay. Now we got, I think I got 3. So I have this guy, and this guy. Let's move you over here. And there was one more I wanted to do. This one was on a blade of grass, so we'll see how well that goes. But I thought this guy was so cool. It just looks so weird. Which is probably why I like it. And we have to actually add the blade of grass too. Okay, let's do this one. It's gonna be a challenge, but I am totally up for it. Lower the opacity. Hey, I told you to. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see. If you like this video, make sure to let me know. Subscribe, follow me for more live videos. Who knows what I'll be drawing. There's a lot of fall stuff that I want to get started, so I'll probably start drawing that. I already started the crows, but I think I want to do some other stuff as well. What that will be, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas of fall things that are fun to draw, please send me your suggestions. I'd love to hear them. As always, I like to hear from you guys because this is not just me making art, and I feel like you guys are part of it too. Alright, so I got the little blade of grass. I have this little part. There we go. I like to call it like the little skirt of the snail, because that's what it looks like when it's walking around. And then yay little bud. And then I think it was eating this little blade of grass too. At least that's what I kind of remember it doing. I almost stepped on the little fella because I was walking to get I was going to put birdseed in my bird feeder that morning, and it had just rained like a little while before, and I didn't think they would be in the grass. So it was like, oh, hi guys, you're in the grass. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I almost stepped on a bunch of them that were in the grass, just hanging out. Luckily I didn't, because I saw it. And it looks super sweet, just kind of eating grass, and I don't know how to put the grass. I really don't. Let's make this a little, like, so it looks like the little skirt thing. And then the miscellaneous little indents into the body. Or I guess the shadows of them. Alright. I know it looks really awkward, but I'm going to try to make it work. It is such a strange pose, but I really want to make it happen. Maybe if I do like some like fake grass here, it'll kind of, or maybe like a blade of grass here. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll just leave it at that. And then I guess the ground. Here. Ooh, it looks like it's floating. We'll fix that when I ink it, I guess. Alright, so I think I have my 4 snails that I wanted to do. I was going to do slug, but I think now that I have these 4 snails, I have a set. I have a new set. Yay! Which is really cool. Alright, some of these are a little too big. This little guy here, let's bring that down a little bit. Okay, and then this overhead fella there. It doesn't really matter what the size is, because actually it does to me. Let's see, this one is, I'll call this one grass snail. This one will be curly snail. This one will be overhead snail. Overhead. Ugh. And then this one will be called just regular snail. Traveling snail. Alright, there we go. They're all named. I can probably get rid of these. I can look at them as references later on. Alright, now let's ink this up. Alright, I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes, which is the organic liner. Which set did I have way too many brushes, and I don't remember where I got all of them. So let's take a look so you guys can see. This one was made by Abby Nurse. Oh, I love Abby. She has some amazing brushes. So I'm giving credit. Abby made this amazing brush, and I love using it. It has just the right kind of wiggle. So here's, it has this weird little attached line, but if you draw slowly, it really looks cool. All right. So I'll start, I don't need that big. Might actually make the line a little thicker. There we go. I like that better. And I make it thicker because I will be cutting it on my laser cutter, and it really helps to make a thicker line so that it cuts well. I'll show you what I mean. So actually, the lines that I'm doing won't be cut. I'll have an outline around it that will be the part that the laser cuts. But all these little lines come out a lot better if they're thicker and you can see them a lot better. So some of these smaller ones are hard to see because they're smaller lines. So as you can see, the thicker lines on the edges are a lot easier to see. And that is why I do what I do. Okay. And then I'm a little more careful with my line work now that I have the final drawing. Okay. Ignore the beeping and stuff. My son is making himself a burrito for lunch. And then we'll kind of go from here. Connect it. Doesn't have to be perfect because it is a snail. Snails are not perfect. I mean, as much as they're amazing, they're not all perfect. While I do admire their design on their shells. And then these wispy lines I'll do with a smaller sized brush. I'm just kind of getting the basics drawn first. So that's the basic shape. If I took off the line work, you can see it already forming. Not that it wasn't formed, but you know what I mean. All right, back to the inking. So here I'm gonna add these smaller lines. Then I'll add some texture. Ugh, outside there's a whole bunch of quails. I have some sunflowers that grew from birdseed that had fallen. And now I've had all kinds of birds come to my bird feeder, and then I put a window bird feeder. But now this season, I love how like it changes over the months. Different birds come. Like the little finches, they don't come as much anymore. But now it's all about like the quails hanging out and hiding under the sunflowers. It's really cute. I think they're still eating the bird seed that the birds keep dropping. They're so messy. And so because they did that, a bunch of black sunflower seeds fell, and now there's a bunch of sunflowers outside my window. And they're beautiful, especially this time of year. It's kind of between summer and fall is kind of peeking its little cool nose, although the past few days it's been really hot, and I know that I say that like it's not for a lot of people. We live in the Pacific Northwest on the Olympic Peninsula, and it like I'm sure people from other places are like, that is cool, my friend. But when you're living here all year, you get acclimated to the temperature. Believe me, I lived in Texas, I lived in Puerto Rico, I lived on the East Coast, and yeah, I get it. It's not as cold as you would think, but for me, it's hot. It's been so hot. Yesterday, I took the paddleboard out to the water with my son because I needed to get out and one, enjoy nature, and two, just cool off. I think I'll take the sketch layer off. There we go. It was kind of bothering me. Sorry, I keep moving around. That's kind of what us artists do. We move the paper, we move the iPad to get a better angle. Then I'll add some of that texture, that just a hint of it. I'm not gonna put all the lines in there because that's like overkill. What I like is that you can kind of put a little bit and your eye kind of does the rest. Okay, this eye is kind of weird. Go back to the bigger brush here. And ignore that burping. Jesus. Thank you, husband. Oy. Alright. I think that looks good. It kind of matches the vibe of these guys. I'm just excited to paint this in once it's all done. Alright, this, not crazy about this. That's better. I like that more. Alright, I think that looks good. And then what I will probably do in like Photoshop is to make the border a little darker. I mean, I could do it here if I'm not. Sometimes I get so lazy. Alright, so I'll take a bigger brush and I'll make it thicker. But I'm also lifting and like as you can see, if it's pressure sensitive. So I'm doing that as well. Oops, that happens. That's nice. That's a nice. I should probably make this a little. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, okay. Make that. Like so. There. Now when it cuts the edges, they'll be nice. Nice and purty. Alright guys, that's all I'm probably going to show for today. I'll keep inking these and I'll be posting on socials what they ended up looking like. And hopefully I can get them cut out next week and added to a new pack. And this will be limited. I will be doing these for a few months and then that will be the end of this design. Maybe they'll stay as stickers. Who knows? But as far as wooden magnets, this will be the one for the half of the year that's left. Anyway, let's watch it walk away as I say thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye!